Halloween time. It's your boy Doc G, man. Goddamn, I haven't done a date and diary video in a long time. And let me just go ahead and say that this one date and diary video, um, yeah, this video I'm gonna speak about a girl that I dated that that basically led me into being red pill, man. For the most part. I'm gonna speak about this girl that I dated, who basically, I'm not even gonna front. She, she's basically part of the reason why I do videos till this day. And this video right here, I'm gonna do a date and diary about the first girl that I ever fell in love with. I'm not gonna say her name, but I grew up with this chick all the way from middle school. You know what I'm saying? I grew up with her like in the neighborhood. She was like this little tomboyish chick, but she was real cute. You know what I'm saying? She was this tomboyish chick. She was real cute. She had like real big boobs and shit. She was real cool, man. And I remember back in the day, man. Me and my brother, man, we used to go out around the block, man. Doing water gun fights with her and her little sister. And me and my little brother used to be out here like plotting and scheming. I'm like, yo, man, which one of the sisters you want, man? I'm like, nah, I want the one with the big ass titties. That's the one who I ended up dating eventually as an adult. I grew up with this girl in like from seventh grade up until now. I mean, up until adulthood. And keep in mind, I've known this woman my entire life, all the way up until like what, maybe 5 years ago. And this woman, she grew up to be a fucking a weirdo. I mean, she grew up to be a fucking weirdo. She grew up to be a self-proclaimed feminist. And and I'm not talking about the type of feminist that want equality. I'm talking about she grew up to be a feminist bitch. I'm talking about a straight up bitch. Of course, she was a black American woman naturally because she grew up around some some goddamn bitches out here, some fucking women out here that I went to school with, that me and her went to school with, and they were always talking about, oh, these niggas ain't shit, man ain't shit, man ain't shit. And that manifested within her all the way up into adulthood. So now she's an adult woman, still at the age of 40, talking about man ain't shit, man ain't shit, man ain't shit. And then she believes in polyamory, so she doesn't believe in being with one person. She's fucking bisexual, which means she fucking it means that she doesn't really want to be with just a man. She wants to be with a man and a woman. So she's a fucking promiscuous whore, a self-proclaimed feminist, and she's constantly it's like she's constantly in war mode. She's constantly combative. Now keep in mind, I grew up with this bitch from seventh grade, right? And I didn't see her again until I was like 23. So I saw her at 23. I was like, look, I always had a crush on you back in the day. Let's link up. Let's go on a date or whatever. And I've started dating this woman, and I dated her for like a year. I did not know that this woman would be as much of an insufferable bitch as she is. I dated this fucking woman back in my early 20s. Dated her back in my early 20s when I got out the military. And I was like, and keep in mind, like I said, we grew up together. We had water gun fights together. Now we grown and we dating and shit. And and in some aspects, this girl was cool. But then I don't know where the fuck this happened, but somewhere down the line, she stopped being cool because this group of feminist bitches got into her fucking head telling her how all men are the fucking enemy. So that's basically her fucking de facto mode all the time. Her fucking 24/7 mindset is men are no good. You know, it took me a year to find out that she was like that. You know, when she started talking about her lesbian friends that she hangs out with, when she started telling me about how she was in these polyamorous fucking relationships and her weird ass motherfucking sexual exploits that she fucking went on. You know what? Like back then, when I was in my early 20s, when I was dating her, I did not know about red flags like I know about red flags today at the age of 40. I looked right past all them red flags because I grew up with this girl and I had a crush on her. And this bitch had more red flags than the goddamn Chinese parade, man. Let's keep it real. So, man, I did everything I could to be a good man to this woman. You know, I took her on multiple dates. I treated her like a queen. I motherfucking, I had nothing but love for her. You know, and when you're a man and you love a woman, you try to figure out, their mind. You try to figure out how they think so that y'all can become a better unit, so y'all can sync up as a better unit. I was like, I was telling her, tell me about yourself, tell me about your life and all, and I want to get to know you from the inside out and just know you through and through, so we won't have any problems. And she got mad because I was trying to get to know who she was to the core. She got mad at me because I wanted to get to know her better. I never laid hands on this woman. I never screamed at this woman. I took her out all the time. I did nothing but treat this girl well. And all she did was treat me like shit. And then I started to learn out more about this goddamn bitch and find out her core and found out that her fucking mama dated this dude back in the day who raped her when she was a little kid. And this was the basis of how she feels about all men until this day. She feels that all men are predators. She feels in her heart of hearts that there are no good men. Because one fucking asshole that fucked up her life, one fucking guy that did some fucked up shit to her when she was a kid. This explains a lot about women. Like, this explains a lot about women and their mindsets. This guy raped her when she was goddamn smaller. This guy treated her like, and then on top of that, keep in mind, her mama is the one who brought this guy into their household. Her mama is the one that bought this fucking guy around her fucking impressionable young daughters. And even though that guy did what he did to her, guess what? Her mama didn't kick that motherfucking dude out of the house. So now she feels like all men are vendetta against all men behind the shit that one man did. Now, y'all know good and damn well how I feel about the type of men who goddamn sexually assault women or better yet, sexually assault children. This motherfucking dude fucked it up for every man to ever come across her path. So the whole entire year I was in a relationship with her, I'm constantly trying to get her to show her soft side. I'm constantly trying to get her to break down these walls she put up. I'm constantly trying to goddamn, be the man to her that no other man was. I'm constantly trying to goddamn, trying to win this woman's heart. And it's like in the whole time I'm dating this woman, it's like she was resisting any type of love that I threw her way simply because I was a man. She basically thinks she thought about me, all the talking points that you hear from feminist women today. Oh, you probably don't even like women. You probably just want to fuck women. Oh, you da da da. You probably you know, she was always, always like that. And I never understood why she has so much hate and so much vitriol for men. And then I look at these fucking feminists that she's inspired by. She would always mention this one YouTuber that she knew called, her name is Cynthia G. She's this fucking YouTuber who just got demonetized, by the way. And this feminist chick that she listens to hates men so bad that she campaigned for the infanticide of young black male boys. Let me repeat that for y'all who don't know what infanticide is. She basically believes that all young male children should be killed. Her feminism, her fucking hate for men is that fucked up where she listens to women on YouTube about killing children simply because they're males, simply because they're men. I should have known right then and there to get the fuck away. I mean, she one of her favorite YouTubers is a fucking guy. I mean, is a fucking girl who goddamn believes in killing male children. Now I'm looking at this girl and how fucked up she is, and the fucked up bitches that she follows behind. And then it's crazy because I broke up with her in my 20s. I get a motherfucking message from her about 10 years later when I'm in my 30s, right? And she's like, "Oh, I see you got a YouTube channel. Oh, you one of them, red pillars." She puts me in the box of being a red pill guy. Her words exactly. Let me tell you something. Y'all know exactly how I feel about the red pill. And y'all know exactly how I feel about being part of a group. Look, I listen to some parts of the red pill, but my thoughts are my thoughts. My thoughts don't generate from a hive mind of people from a group. It just happens to be that a lot of the shit that I believe happens to align with traditional red pill values. She's one of those type of bitches, and yeah, I'm using that fucking term because she motherfucking deserves to be called a bitch at this point. She's one of those type of bitches that believes that her opinion is the only opinion that there is. She believes that just simply because I'm not a male feminist and I don't believe in that bullshit that she believes in, that I'm just like this big ass motherfucking enemy. You know what I'm saying? She believes that I'm this big asshole, but yet she's the one that follows a goddamn woman that believes in goddamn in fucking male genocide for children. But I'm the asshole simply because I say that women need to be traditional. I'm the asshole simply because I say men should stop being lazy. Men should go to the gym. Men should goddamn get their money up. I'm the asshole for saying these things on my channel. But not once have I promoted the death of fucking female children simply because they female. I don't believe in bullshit like that. And I don't even believe in this goddamn gender war shit that's been going on for the past 10 fucking years. But she wholeheartedly believes in her heart of hearts that there are no good men. Maybe, just maybe, she needs to separate herself from this group of dyke ass motherfucking feminists, because let's keep it real. Most feminists that you come across are lesbians. Let me put that shit out there one more motherfucking time. Most goddamn feminists that you see out there are diehard fucking lesbians that are trying to get straight women to convert over to their side. And they use that female empowerment shit as a tool to do that goddamn shit. They want to be out here scissoring and shit. They want to be out here fingering each other and shit, talking about how men ain't shit. And I'm like, all right then. I'm like, we really don't care if you don't think men ain't shit. But goddamn, if you really think that men ain't shit, then I challenge you women to do fucking shit like this. If you really think that men ain't shit, I challenge you to build your own cities, to create your own infrastructure, to maintain your own infrastructures, for y'all to goddamn be the electricians, for y'all to be the plumbers, for y'all to be the roofers, for y'all to be out there goddamn joining the military, for y'all to goddamn be out there paving the roads, for y'all to be out here building the buildings. If you really think in your heart of hearts that men ain't shit, please find your own self-governing nation full of women and try to motherfucking make it work. Let's see how that shit works out for you. So keep in mind, this bitch, this feminist bitch that I dated, I'm not even gonna say her motherfucking name, but this bitch needs help. This bitch needs therapy. This bitch needs to goddamn do some soul searching. This bitch needs to goddamn find her identity, because I swear to God, man, this bitch, I swear, and I should have known back in the day when other guys wouldn't date this girl. I mean, she was cute, but I didn't know how much of a bitch she was until I was an adult. I think dating that bitch was a waste of time. And to be honest, that bitch is what pushed me to my first piece of red pill material that I ever looked at. And that first piece of red pill material that I ever looked at was Tom Likens. He's like considered like the godfather of the red pill or the manosphere or whatever. This was before the manosphere was ever a thing. This bitch is one of those type of bitches that thinks there's nothing wrong with a woman saying whatever the fuck she wants to say, putting hands on a man, and goddamn yelling at men and all that goddamn shit. But yet, Lord forbid, if a man just does something as simple as speak his fucking opinion. And just like with most damaged women, she's real good in bed. I mean, I'm just gonna put it like that. I mean, most fucked up women, most fucked up in the head women are good in bed because that's all they really got. And they're trying to goddamn release their demons through sex. And that's the only, and to be honest, looking in hindsight, I should have figured she was kind of damaged based on some of the shit that she wanted sexually. This girl, I swear to God, it's nothing that she wouldn't do in the bedroom. Nothing that she wouldn't do in the bedroom. This goddamn bitch, this bitch had issues. This goddamn woman, she wanted it in all holes, and I mean every last one of them. She asked for this. You know what I'm saying? She wanted to get choked. She wanted that rape play shit, which I wasn't down with at all. She wanted to bring like 2 more girls into the fucking equation, like as far as the bedroom. And back then I was like, you know, I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna do all that because I'm in a relationship with you. You're gonna end up falling for one of them girls. I was that much in love with this chick that I grew up with. And then I grew up to see how fucked up in the head that this girl really was. And to be honest, after dumping that girl was the first time I started traveling overseas outside the military. The first time I started traveling overseas to find a woman, because that woman did such damage to me. She fucking did such a number on me mentally and emotionally, that shit drove me to goddamn fly overseas. This was before the passport bros movement. This woman treated me so fucked up that I got a fucking, after me and her broke up, that I got a fucking ticket to fly back to Spain just to fucking talk to the women over there in Spain, because I remember how well I was treated when I was over there. And this was way before the passport bros movement, man. And if it's anything that motherfucking makes me support the passport bros movement, it's the fact that this woman was so fucking evil. This bitch, looking in hindsight, this bitch was evil. This bitch was pure evil, and she just, and like I said, man, look, that woman, to be honest, is partially responsible for why this channel exists, man. And even though men and women, we all have our differences, we all have our fucking different opinions and all that goddamn shit, I don't apply that all women ain't shit. I would never say all women ain't shit, because I know that that's speaking from hurt, and that's speaking from emotion, and it's not speaking from logic. You'll never see me advocating for the death of all women. You'll never fucking see me advocating for goddamn women being hit or none of that shit. As a matter of fact, I'm an actual strong believer in protecting the women in my life. The women in my life, my friends and family that I care about, I feel it's my duty to protect the women in my life that love and support me. But yet, she bases her opinion on me simply based off of this fucking YouTube channel. And simply based off of the fucking feminist group that she fucking came from. And she's perpetually in a fucking angry mood all the time because of this bullshit ass movement that got her to be the way that she is today. She's always like scrunched up in the face now. She's always angry. I remember when I grew up with this chick, she wasn't like that. You know what I'm saying? When I grew up with this chick, she was nothing like that. And now she's just this dyked out, extra masculine acting, motherfucking rude ass, jaded ass bitch that I want nothing to have a part of. It's funny how one bullshit ass movement like feminism can fuck up a whole entire mindset of a person and fuck up their whole entire lives. Because, man, had she played her cards right with me, hell, I probably would have married that woman. If she would have fucking been the woman that I grew up with, the fucking cool ass chick that was pretty, that was a tomboy back in the day, but still feminine back then. If she would have remained like that, she would probably have my last name right now. And me and her will probably have children together or some shit. But she has grown up to be a total fucking bitch. All I gotta say is, like, don't let the internet and these little bullshit ass movements control your life and tell you how to be, and you don't have no motherfucking identity of your own. And then you end up ruining your life, not giving good people a chance to be in your life because some bitch on the internet told you that all men ain't shit. You're going to end up missing out on a blessing listening to these stupid ass motherfuckers online because you can't think for yourself. And I thought she was smarter than to be out here listening to these bitches online because she's always been real smart. That's one of the things I like about her. You know, she's real smart, and she was a really good critical thinker. But now she's just a sheep, just like the rest of these women out here that follow that feminism bullshit. So yeah, I just had to speak about this goddamn about this dating diary shit with her, man, because goddamn, man, I've been waiting to let that shit out ever since I started making videos, but I've been stalling her out. because of the relationship me and her had. But now I don't give a fuck about that bitch. Fuck her. Fuck them feminists she hang out with. Yeah, y'all go ahead, bump pussies and hate men all you want to. I mean, good luck, you know. Just don't catch motherfucking herpes while y'all scissoring. That's all I got to say, man.